Let's get to it. Hey everybody, Aaron here for another 4-minute time. Today's topic is, was Jesus a racist? Right? Okay, which is like the R word here in 2021. We're going to talk about, was Jesus a racist? Get this well, anyway, so Matthew 15. Matthew 15 also occurs in Mark. Matthew 15, 21 through 28. This Syrophoenician, or she's from Tyre and Sidon, which is way up north out of Israel. Jesus and the boys are there. They come and say, oh, hey, this woman she's calling after, heal my daughter, send her away. And she's like, please heal my daughter. And he's like, is it right to give the children's food to the dogs? And she's like, no, but the dogs get the ground, when they fall off the kid's plate, the dogs eat those too. And Jesus heals the daughter and says, great is your faith. Now, there can be some question here and some finger pointing, which I have heard that Jesus was a racist here, calling this woman of another race a dog. So this really goes back to the story. God had said all the way through the Old Testament to set the world to right, He would use Israel. He would partner with the people of Israel, Abraham's family, all the way from the back. You will be a blessing to the whole world, Genesis chapter 12. And all of that, all the way through the prophets and everything. If God didn't use Israel, He would be a liar. If God didn't go through Israel to set the world to right with Jesus, He would be a liar. So therefore, it is a necessity for Jesus to come directly to Israel. So you think this woman is kind of like pressing the topic. She wants the after Easter Jesus, and this is before Easter Jesus. His time hadn't come. He was still going to the people of Israel. Later, Paul and even Peter, after some wrangling, would go to the Gentiles, but not yet. Right now, it has to be to Jesus. Was Jesus a racist? Did He use the term dogs? Yes, He did use the term dogs. Did Israelites at the time refer to people who weren't Jews as dogs? Yes, they did. It was a very common thing. Point number 1, do not judge history by your standards. That's just like idiocy. Do not judge history by your standards. Judge it by their standards, okay? So anyway, all the Israelites called these people dogs that weren't, and it kind of was a hierarchy thing, very true. But it's also, the word Jesus uses here is more like a pet word, not like a nasty derogatory word. There was a word in Greek that meant that. The one used here in Matthew and Mark is more of the pet dog. And you can look that up in a concordance if you want to see that, okay? So we have Jesus here calling, it's kind of more of a broad. He wasn't calling her a dog. He said the children's food to the dogs. Okay, and she says the dog. Now, it wasn't that Jesus was racist. It's that Jesus, His mission was so focused on Israel and from Israel to the rest of the world, because that's the way it had to be. That was the story of the entire Bible, and that's the way history was progressing according to God's plan. If Jesus messed with it, Jesus would make God the Father a liar, and that was not going to happen. Was Jesus a racist? Not on your life. Don't read 2021 back there. That's a hot issue. Sex and race are like the big woohoos right now. Do not read those back into the scripture. Do your history, do your research. 4-minute time. Thanks. Jesus wasn't racist. Aaron out.